Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dawn from Flosstubers Keyxstitch, Switzerland. In case you didn't know, Switzerland, Basel, that's like way over the other side from the UK, from the States, and the other direction from Australia, New Zealand, whatever. So just that you know, I'm somewhere completely different. Just to say it again, because some people tend to forget that I'm all lonely over here in Switzerland. Yeah. I didn't quite know, because I did choose the Great Britain mug. Then I was asked to please show, just because you know you should, the Scottish mug, which I did. For St. Patrick's Day I was late, but I did show the Irish mug. This time you can see the Welsh mug, because I do have the Welsh mug. But then I didn't quite know if maybe England would feel a bit left out, so I didn't know which to choose. Well, I'm drinking from this one, but just that you know, I've got the English one. I've got all of them, also without the lions, the special animals on them. I've just got the flag ones as well. I have too many mugs. That's just so to let you know that I don't want anybody to feel left out. Just for your information. I've noticed on my floss tubes that apparently my voice is pretty loud, pretty clear, so you can tone it down, but there is a sort of background noise, and unfortunately that's my computer. It's the hard disk in my computer, it's not the fan. I first thought it was the fan, that's why you're standing on a box and the fan has enough air so it doesn't overheat, but it's my hard drive that is just basically running, so I can't change that. I'm really sorry. Also, I wanted to tell you I've got a new picture. So winter's gone, summer is up. Yes, I have a golf picture. It's and now for the 19th hole. So everybody who knows something about golf will know what that's about. For me it would be Guinness or a cup of tea. And all the others, it doesn't matter if you don't know. Just know it's a golf picture. And it's an insider. If you play golf you have insider jokes because birdies and whatever, so if you don't know it, it doesn't matter. Not a problem. I'll start with some shoutouts, just because, well, why not? I wanted to shout out the Kawaii Stitcher. I don't quite know how she says her name. She's quite young, she's lively, I like her. She's quite new, but she has some lovely stuff and I think it's worth just going and having a look. Then Jeanie Swartz. I don't quite know if you say Swartz, or because in German I would say completely different. But I'll link all these below so that you can see them. And she was the first one who signed up for the Facebook cross-stitch style group that Shelley and me opened up to originally stitch Let It Snow Bungalow, and now is open to any chalk piece, any winter piece, any snow piece, and for a different style that I'm going to announce a bit later on. We then also have, she was just shouted out by Michelle Bendy Stitchy and Kay's Cross Stitch. Her name is Tiffany, she's XpressLifetifa, and she is just lively and she's crafting, so she showed some really nice sort of cross stitch made in the quilt, and I think it's a mug mat where you put your mug on, one in blue. That was so beautiful. I think that was her first floss tube, and she stitched something for Chelsea for the baby's room, which I think is absolutely beautiful, beautifully finished. So she's lively, she's funny, she actually comments, replies on YouTube, so check her out. She's going to be up and coming, definitely. I like her. Then I wanted to shout out Stitching Haven. She is also in the Facebook group stitching something, one of the chalk pieces. I think she stitched the one with the roses, which is, I think it's summer. I'm not quite sure on that one. But she's in our Facebook group, and I watched her first and second, I think, Flosstube. Then a shout out to Stitchyray Stitchaway. She's English, or in Great Britain anyway. And she did some floss tubes, and now she did a sort of in-between floss tube, because she started making dollhouses, and while making dollhouses she did some stitching, like stitched some rugs and stuff like that. And she showed us this, because she didn't show us any of the stitching that she's doing now as a normal cross stitch bigger piece. She showed us in between, so she called it her in between floss tube, and I can say I was stunned at the skill level and the stitching that she did. It's absolutely beautiful. It's amazing. You should check that out. I was blown away, and that's just for dollhouses, so you know, it's not even to hang on a wall, it's for dollhouses. I don't know, I don't think I could do that, but go and check her out. She's really nice. Let's see. Yeah, and then we have X-StitchJen, and it's X and then the dash StitchJen, because she said there's so many Jens already, Jennifers on, so she didn't quite know how to get her name. What I love, she's nice. She shows some of really nice stitching. She shows us something that her mum stitched for her, and what I like is she's got behind her, she's got like a bookshelf, and she's got yarn on it, and it's all colourful. It's really like rainbow colours. So if you get bored watching her, just look at the colours of the yarn. It's like, oh, stitching heaven. Well, knitting heaven probably. But yeah, those were my shout outs. I had a few more, but somehow I lost track of them. I'll shout them out later. One of our other floss tubes probably, or they get shouted out by somebody who's got a lot more followers than I have. So you don't need me to shout you out, because I comment on your floss tube, and so you know that I watch you. So as number 2, yeah, I'll do my Stitch Mania plans. Ha! Guess you didn't expect me to have Stitch Mania plans. I do have Stitch Mania plans. Okay, they're probably going to change, and I'm probably not going to do that, but whatever. I can't do 18 new starts. I can't do 31 new starts. I'm overwhelmed with the whips that I've got. I don't want to have to do something on everyday Maynia. If I have to do something, I won't do it. I have to do so much in my life that in my stitching I don't have to do anything. But I have a few plans. I've mentioned before that I'm friendly with Scottish Stitcher. You can find her on Instagram. She hasn't got a floss tube, unfortunately, but that's fine. She's on Instagram, she's on Facebook, she's in Stitch Mania in the group, and we've decided that we're going to stitch one of these baubles from Mr. X-Stitch. I think Michelle Bendy gave the whole information about it. Other people have done that before. If you know Mr. X-Stitch, you'll know all about it. I won't go into it because other people have explained it. But we've both decided we're going to stitch one of these together. We haven't decided which. I don't know if we're going to do this during Maynia or before or after, because we have no time limit. The time limit that is, I think, is something like October. So that's the time frame that we're going to do this. But I'm going to do it with Scottish Stitcher, which I'm really happy about, because I won't do it just like that. Yeah, for Stitch Mania, I have a few charts. Like, I have about 20 charts kitted up, or some of them are actually kits. But like I said, I can't start all of them. I won't start all of them because lots of them are actually big, like really huge projects, and I've got lots of huge projects and I can't deal with it. So I've chosen 4 charts that I want to start during Maynia. I might start them anytime during May. I might start before, I might start after, I don't know. But one of them is the snowman that I won. That was a giveaway from Kerry and Stitches. She does these giveaways from magazine patterns, little things that she has. And I won this because she hasn't got that many followers. So less followers, less interested people, so the chance is actually really high. So like I said, this one. And my camera's gone all wonky. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know what happened with my camera there, it just went out. So I was showing you this for Stitch Maynia. I got this from Scottish Stitcher. Of course she had only one person to give it to, because Frosty Friends, that's perfect for me. I have to stitch it. So that was clear. These two have been ready for quite some time. You might remember that a Stitch Too Far, she stitched this and she gifted it to me, and I love her for it, and I've got to start it. I've really got to start it. I've got fabric, floss, everything, so that's going to be a start, hopefully. And I love this. It's a so much to love bag. And the sheep rolling around. Yeah, I think you know, if you know me, you know I had to get this chart because it was going out of print, so I had to get it. It's the Santa, the Pirate Santa with the candy cane peg leg, and it's got a charm as well inside. And this has been ready for some time. It's got fabric, everything, and I need to start them. I just need to start them. Yeah, but like I say, plans, no plans, we'll see. I'll update you so you'll know what's happening. So those were my Maynia plans. So let's show you some stitching. This was my linen project. I got this lovely linen from Big Apple Stitcher, and I stitched this on it. And this is going to a friend of mine who I don't see very often because she lives in York in Great Britain. And I finished the bottom part of this, and I'm going to finish it into a bookmark. I'm going to finish something in a bookmark. Until now I've only framed, so it's going to be fun. Yeah, I'm really happy the way it looks. It's really beautiful. It looks good, and it's opalescent linen, and it really looks nice on it. So yeah, that was the right project for that. For the full coverage fanatics group, I'm stitching on my Dimensions kit butterfly. It's full coverage. The whole thing is covered. As you can see, I didn't stitch very much on it yet. That's due to losing Stitchy Bug. I'm stitching on September Sapphire Fairy. The same thing, not by much done, but she's beautiful. I love her. She's just beautiful. My plan is to finish her for September. We'll see. And I was going for a page finish on my first head. Didn't quite manage it, but now it starts to show, and you can only see it in daylight. The whole thing up here is so dark that if you stitched in the evening you just didn't see it. It was just black, even though you had colour changes and confetti and everything. But I hope to finish it this week. Then have a first page finish on my first head, and that's going to be a big milestone for me. I'm really happy about that. So yeah, like I said, on Facebook there's a group and it's got this picture on it, and it's called X-Stitch Winter/Snow with us, and it's got this picture on it because Shelley from Shelley's Keyxstitch and me, we decided to do a sal for Let It Snow Bungalow, designed by Priscilla, and yeah, we just wanted to do a sal and we didn't really want to use the hashtags or anything, so we did a group on Facebook and we've opened it up to any chalk piece, any winter piece, any snow piece, and a sal that I'm going to mention later. So you can, if you're a stitcher, you can come and lurk, you can watch, you can just come. It doesn't matter if you're stitching or not on a chalk piece, winter piece, snow piece. You just have to answer a few questions because you should be a stitcher. So that's the chart, and I actually did do some stitching on it, surprisingly. So yeah, I went up into the banner. I don't know if you really can see that. It says Let It Snow, so I've already got that in it. So I'm quite pleased with that. I'm having trouble just with all these stitches at the bottom here, because they're just all over the place and I don't really want to carry my thread because you can see it. I'm looking forward to going up with more stitching in one piece. Well, that was my stitching, so let's see what else we could find on my list. I did, yeah, Stitching Mummy. She mentioned that she's going to try some other finishes for, I can't remember which, there's some patterns that she's doing and they're going to be small pieces, and she said that she saw one of my finishes, and that's this one here. And that was, she said she already thought that it's a canvas, and I put it around the canvas and put it on an easel, and it's one of these sort of painter canvases, and they're quite thin like this. You can get these, like I think Stitchyray Stitchaway uses lots of these. Now I went to a painter's shop because we don't have the same supplies as you do, so I went to a painter's shop. Like the small ones, these ones, you can get them even smaller, like this size. They're a bit more expensive, whereas if you take these ones, they're really sturdy. You can't really bend them or anything, so they're really good. And I used one of these for the picture that you just saw, and I just basically folded it round and stuck it down with I'm losing words today, I'm really sorry. Glue that I got that's specifically for fabric, to stick fabric on canvas, and it was really easy. Because you have the middle of the stitched piece, you know where the middle is. You put a pin in there, you just draw a line like over there, so you've got the middle of this, stick the pin in and then align it so that it's straight, and then you just fold it over, stick it down, and that's it. So, and these they have in all sorts of sizes, like this. You can also get them bigger, smaller, just normal. You can also get round ones like that, small ones, anything, and even huge sizes. And these are like really cheap. Well, in Switzerland they're really cheap. They're probably really cheap where you are as well, because they don't have this back thing, but they're not bendable, so it's really easy to use. So I would, yeah. And then you just get one of these easels and you stick it on there. So put that on there. And voila. So you don't even have to put a hole in your wall. So easy. I just wanted to show that again, just that you could see what's doable. So that was, yeah. So number 4 is the best new thing, as Bendy Stitchy would say. It's not this week, it's not today, but it's the best new thing at the moment for me. I think I mentioned that there's going to be a royal wedding. I think some people know that because it's a Brit marrying a US girl. So the royal wedding is going to be on the 19th of May, and I asked Stitchyray Stitchworks because I love their work. I love the designs, and she had a new pattern up with lots of, I think it was buildings, and there were 2 crowns. So I just wrote and said, you know, there's this wedding coming up, and I would really like to have something to stitch that is easy to stitch, that I can maybe stitch in a day or 3 days and then have it finished, and not, you know, stitch for I don't know how long, because I mean I want to stitch while I watch sort of the wedding preparations, then the wedding, and then whatever happens afterwards, and just watch TV and have something to stitch. So it should be something that's doable in like a day, and something that's representative, so a crown, or, and I said it sort of doesn't need to be like huge or whatever. If she would design something, because I can download a PDF, that's fine, I can do that. I can do that the day before. And she then wrote back and said, oh, that sounds fun. And yes, good idea, but she's got, because of market and whatever, she's got other stuff in the pipeline that she has to do first. She'll get back to me. Well, she did. She wrote, like, I'd be posting something soon. And I thought, okay, I'll wait. And then I went onto Facebook. And what did I see? Check this out. Yes, you saw right. It's a freebie. She gave us a freebie. I can't believe it. I would have paid for it. And it's exactly what I wanted. It's perfect. It's perfect for me. It's something, you can choose your own colours. It just basically needs a gold, a silver and a navy blue. And you can choose it, you can do sparkly, you can do whatever you like, you can choose fabric that you like, you can do anything, and it's free. She gave it up, and I said I would have paid for it, and she said, well, this was just something, and it's to celebrate, so thank you so much. I can't thank her enough. It's just so amazing. I would love to buy patterns from her, but at the moment I've got so much to stitch, so I really, and I can't afford it, but I would have paid for this, and I don't know if I can stitch it in a day, but I definitely could stitch it in 3 days, and then it's done. And Kerry and Stitches and Michelle Bendy Stitchy, we said we're going to do a sale together. I think Kerry and Stitches is doing tiaras for us, so we 3 are going to wear tiaras and watch the wedding. Michelle Bendy will have to get up because it's night time where she is, I think. So for once we don't have to get up in the middle of the night. And it's, like I said, 19th of May. And we're going to use a hashtag. And the hashtag is Royal Wedding Stone Street Sal. And I'll put that below. I'll also put the link to the Facebook group, Stone Street Stitchworks, where you can download the freebie from, there's a file section there. But I think she's also got it linked in a newsfeed. So go and check it out. If you can't find it, send her an email. I'm pretty sure she can give you the link. So that is world class. That's amazing. So thank you very much for doing that for us. For me, for us. Yeah. And that's a style that you may post in our Facebook group. That's X-Stitch winter / snow X-Stitch winter / snow with us. And like I said, basically you can post anything in there. We've opened it up because we're not only stitching Let It Snow Bungalow, we're stitching other stuff, and it's fine. And this side can be posted in there. But you can also post on Stone Street Stitchworks. They've got a group which is open. Well, I think closed, but it's open for you to enter if you're a stitcher, and you can post your pictures there. So I hope you'll join in, because like I say, it's maybe for most of you it's going to be a few hours. For me it's going to be a day or 3 days, and I'm really looking forward to it. So as I can see, that's all I have on my list. So that's it from me for today, and I don't know when I'll come back. We'll see. Somehow the light's doing something strange, and I hope that it's not annoying and that it wasn't on the whole time. So happy stitching everybody, and I hope you've done your Stitch Maynia plans, because May is around the corner. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody's plans and how you follow through. It's going to be lots of Flosstubes to watch, but I'll try my best, and I'll try to comment, so you know that I watch you when I comment. And sometimes I can't, but I'll put a like on it. So happy stitching everybody. Bye.